Yo, what's up guys? CharleyPangus here. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make vector t-shirt designs in Illustrator. The benefit of using Illustrator is the fact that it is vector. So anything we do in Illustrator will be vector. If we were to design something in Photoshop, for instance, and try to resize it later on, like let's say we upscale it, it's going to look pixelated since Photoshop is a pixel-based program. But in Illustrator, we can literally design something 1 inch by 1 inch and resize it to 100 inches by 100 inches later on, and it's going to stay the same quality. It's not going to lose quality because it is vector. So with that all out of the way, let's go ahead and start with the tutorial. All right guys, we're in Illustrator CC and I'm using the latest version, and I'm using the Essentials Classic workspace. So if you guys want to, you can copy my workspace right here before you begin. The main thing you really need to pay attention to is layers, artboards, and you also want to make sure that you have the Pathfinder somewhere available. And if you wanted to add color to your design, you can also have the Adobe color themes. The Adobe color themes isn't crucial or anything like that, but it's definitely nice to have different colors at your disposal. The resource we're using today is these botanical flowers that I found on freepik.com. It's spelt with a K. If you guys go to freepik.com with the C, it's going to be a bad website. I'm not even going to say what it is. It's just not good. Don't go to that website. Go to freepik.com with a K and you guys are going to be fine. So anyway, I don't even know why they actually chose that name, to be honest with you. It's so close to this other dirty website. So anyway, we're not going to go into that. But now we have these roses that we're going to be using in this design, which is going to speed things up. When I used to design for bands and stuff like that, I didn't have time to sit there and draw everything up. I just don't have time for that. So oftentimes I would just go find a vector resource to use with my designs, whether that's in Photoshop or Illustrator. And that just helped me speed up the process because I wasn't charging a lot for my designs back then. So I didn't have time to sit there, like I said, and draw stuff. Nowadays I draw stuff, but again, it just takes too much time. So we're going to use resources, and there's really nothing wrong with that, especially if you own rights to use them like I do. We're going to start from scratch. So the first thing I want to do is actually go up to File, and I want to go New. Since we're working with vector, we can resize things later on without losing quality. So we can go 4 inches by 4 inches and make it the right size later on. This helps your GPU out, and it's going to help your computer just basically handle the tasks that you're throwing at it, if that makes sense. We're going to go ahead and select our vector resource, and we're just going to do Command C on our keyboard, or you can go up to Edit and Copy, and we're going to do Command V in our document here. And I'm pretty sure that is Control for PC users. So now we have our vector roses imported into our document. We're going to go ahead and immediately change this to black, so they're darker. So all I did is I selected them, and I wanted to make sure they are on a black color fill. So now you can see them a lot better. And this is where things are going to get kind of fun, right? Because we're going to start adding color to these to make them really pop. So I have a really cool trick that I'm going to show you guys in order to add color. And I'm going to show you guys how I go about separating the color as well. So the first thing I like to do is I like to go over to my rectangle tool. I want to change the fill color to a red color, just so I know exactly where things are. And actually we can make this a really poppy red. So I want to drag this rectangle over our flower so it fills everything. And I'm going to go ahead and send that to the back using Shift Command in the left bracket. So now we have the roses with the red rectangle in the background. And this is where the Pathfinder really comes into play. So we're going to go ahead and select everything by going to our, what is this called? The selection tool. So we can hit V on our keyboard to go to that. We're just selecting everything at once. It's going to highlight everything. We're going to go to our Pathfinder now. And we're just going to use the bottom one under Pathfinders, and it's going to say merge. Go ahead and click that. It's just two solid rectangles on top of each other. And that's going to merge everything. Now from here, what we can do is we can go to our direct selection tool, hitting A on our keyboard. We're going to select that red and just delete it. And as you can see, we are left with just the red now, right? Right now we have the black combined with the red, and that's not what we want. We want to have separate layers for each color, right? So we want to make the leaves obviously green, and we want to make everything else stay red. So using the direct selection tool, I'm just going to select some of the red, and I'm going to go up to select, and we're going to go to, where is it at? Same, and we're going to go to fill color. So now we are actually just selecting the red. Now I'm going to do Command X, and that's going to cut it, right? Or we can go up to Edit, Cut, and under the Layers palette, you're going to go to this page, and you're just going to hit Create New Layer, and then you're going to do Shift Command V, and that's going to paste that in place. Or you can go up to Edit, Paste in Place, completely up to you. And now we are left with a layer with red, and we can title this red. So now we know that this is the red layer, and it's separated from the black. And before I continue on, what I want to do is go to my direct selection tool, selecting this red, and I just want to delete certain parts of the red that I don't want. Another thing that I like to do is I like to go ahead and select the red by hitting this little circle next to it. It's going to highlight all the red, and then I go to my eraser. I don't want these stems to be red at all. We're going to fill that with white later on. So go ahead and delete the red from the stems, and we're going to add white like I said later on. I just deleted the red from the stems. Now I need to select all the leaves and separate those and make them green. So I'm just going to go to my direct selection tool and zoom in really close here. And we're going to select all the leaves real quick. So once you select all the leaves, all you have to do is do Command X, and that's going to cut it. And then you want to make a new layer for these leaves. And I didn't get everything perfect, but this is just to show you guys how to do it. And then I want to do Shift Command V, and that's going to paste it. So now we have green, right? So we just label this green, and then we can hit the little circle next to the layer. That's going to select everything, and we could just select a nice green for them. We're going to go with this lighter green here. And as you can see, they are all green now, and we did miss some things. And again, that's fine for this tutorial. All you'd have to do is go in there and really make sure you're getting all the red out. So now we have the roses red and we have the leaves green. And from here, what we could do is make one more layer, and this is going to be for our text. So we can actually type out text for the name so we know exactly where things are. And we're going to go ahead and hit T on our keyboard. We're going to type out red. Okay, so just red. And I'm going to use a font called Azo or Azo. I don't know how you say it. We're going to go ahead and go with Azo Sans. And it's Azo Sans Black. Okay, so this is really bold. And that's exactly what I wanted. So we're going with a super bold font for this. We're going to make it pretty big, right? We want to make sure the font is as big as the flowers, if not a little bigger, so they stand out. And we're just going to make sure the font is outlined instead of filled. So we want to go ahead and go to the bottom here where it shows the solid fill. We're just going to hit this little arrow here, and it's going to swap the fill with the stroke. And we're going to make the stroke a little bit bigger. Let's go ahead and say 2 points on the stroke. So I just want to move up the red a little bit. We're going to hold an Option, and we're going to duplicate this 2 times. Okay, so there's 1, and we're going to duplicate it 1 more time, 2. And we want to make sure the spacing is even. So I'm just going to select all of them real quick. We're going to go up to Align, and we want to make sure we go to Align to Selection, not Align to Artboard, or else it's going to space it out differently. And then we want to go to this Vertical Distribute Center under Distribute Objects. And that's going to fix the alignment. And now we have a perfect alignment. Now we want to go ahead and go to the text layer. We want to move that under every single thing. Remember guys, layers are in order, right? So if we want that text to be under everything, we just have to drag that layer under everything, and it's going to be under everything. Really simple, right? I actually do think that the text needed to be spaced out just a little bit more. So I'm going to see what this looks like. I think this looks quite nice. So I think we're going to keep this as is for this tutorial. So now what we need to do is we need to make those stems white so they are above the text, if that makes sense. So we're going to create one more layer. We're going to name this white fill. All right. And then from here, we need to zoom in really close. We need to go to our brush, and we need to make sure the brush stroke is on white. And we do need to make sure we're on the white fill layer. That's pretty important. And then make sure that stroke is white, and then we're good to go. Now we can start basically painting where the stem is. So basically just copy where that stem is, and we're just going to make sure that it's white so it's covering up the text, if that makes sense. And you can zoom out a little bit if you wanted to. You don't have to zoom in so close. It's up to you. Just make sure that you are filling in only the stem, just like this. I'm not going to fill the bottom in here because we're going to erase those in a second. I just basically want to go through everything and make sure the stems are all white. One thing I do want to do is I want to go to the actual black layer, and I want to name this black so I know where it is. And then we're going to select the entire layer by hitting this little circle right here, which is targeting this layer only, which is the black. And we're just going to erase certain parts of it. So we're just going to erase the bottom part here so it kind of blends in with the text. So if we zoom out now, you can see that it's looking a lot more 3D. Now we're just going to type out roses are, and we're going to change the kerning by holding an Option and hitting the right arrow key and really change the kerning. Let's just get that really nice and wide. And then we're going to go ahead and outline the text, which is Shift Command O. We just want to make sure this is centered. And as you can see, now we have this really cool design that we did in minutes using Illustrator. This is vector, guys, so if we blow this up to any size, it's not going to lose quality. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really do. If you guys learned something new today, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the thumbs up button and make sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss another tutorial. My channel became successful because of t-shirt design tutorials, so that's something I definitely want to do every week for you guys, so I hope you guys are happy about that decision. And if you guys are, again, let me know in the comment section below. I really want to hear from you guys. That's all I have time for today, guys. Keep creating, keep being awesome. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.